Alright, so actually the whole title of the video and the whole, the thumbnail of the video and all those things might give you a vibe that I'm going to tell you some techniques or some specific strategy. You might think that I will give you some sort of recipes or, some hacks that will help you to decrease your hunger, or that will help you to, foods that you can eat when you are hungry, or, just snack when you are cravings, healthy options for those foods. And if you just do that, then you won't really have any problem in losing weight and getting around your diet. Well, actually, that is completely false. The things that I'm going to tell you in this video are a bit controversial in the whole fitness and the whole weight loss community. But I strongly believe what I'm going to tell you in this video is where people mess up on the whole philosophy and the whole, the basic fundamental principle of losing weight and, weight regain and all of those things. Hey, what is up, people? So in this video, we are going to talk about how to control your hunger, how to control your sugar cravings, or is there any way to actually get around that so that we are consistent with our diet and consistent with all the things that we are doing to lose weight and to keep it off. But before we really get into the video, let me just give you my quick intro. If you don't know who I am, my name is Sarang and I teach you guys about weight loss, health and longevity. So if you are someone who is interested in losing weight and just living a long and healthy life, then make sure that you hit the red button down below. Stay updated on all the things that I upload so that you have a better understanding and actually live a long and healthy life. So all the promotions and intros out of the way, let's just get into the video. So to really understand and get around this thing that I would really want to tell you in this video that mostly relates to hunger, sugar cravings and cravings for junk food. In order to understand, you need to understand this one simple nerdy concept. I know that I get into too much of science and then it becomes very tough to really understand this whole deal. But you just need to, I'll make it very brief. If you just understand this, then this will be like a complete paradigm shift for you. You will be looking at weight loss, diet, nutrition, health, and all these kind of things from an entirely different paradigm and entirely different lens. So most people think that, people, gain weight just because they simply, because of passive overeating. People have a, bigger appetite. People who gain weight, so they eat more. And because of that, they just simply gain weight. And the solution to that is just, eat less and move more. That is just, eat less food, then eat less calories than you're burning. And you will lose weight. Now, on fundamental principle, just if we are just talking about like black and white things, then that is correct actually. So if you just eat more than you burn, you're obviously going to gain weight. And if you eat less calories than you burn, you're going to lose weight. But you see, even though everybody knows this simple principle, how many people really manage to lose weight and keep it off? Very, very few. I mean, statistics show that hardly 3 to 4%, or I think 5% of the people in total all around the world who actually lose weight, only 5% of them actually manage to maintain it for like more than 3 years or 4 years. And we don't even know what happens after 4 years because we just don't have the data for it. So the main thing that most people don't know, most people just don't know this. I mean, even nutritionists, dietitians, trained dietitians who have, studied nutrition for 3 or 4 or 5 years don't really know this basic thing, that the root cause of all this, regulating your body weight and your energy is your brain. So your brain is at the root cause of this entire problem. The thing that I'm going to explain to you in this video is called the body weight set point theory. And I have talked about this in my previous video, a lot of my previous videos. So I'll make it very brief what exactly it means and how it relates to hunger, sugar cravings, and how you can fix that or get around that to just have a strategy for you so that you lose weight permanently and don't ever gain it back again. So let's talk about the body weight set point theory first. So to put all of it very briefly, body weight set point theory suggests that whatever your body weight is, say it's 100 kilograms, then it means your brain wants your body weight to be at that point. So any effort that you will take to change that weight, your brain will fight against it by controlling your appetite, your hunger levels, and your metabolism to just bring that weight back to that set point. Now that in mind, let's come to your story. Let's say you are 21 years old or, in your early 20s when you started to gain weight in your life. Let's say at that point, your weight was 60 kilograms. That means your brain wanted your weight to be at 60 kilograms. But for myriad of different hypothetical reasons that we don't really know exactly which one is the right one, something in your brain and in your body broke, which made the brain to ramp up the body weight set point slowly upwards of 60 kilograms. Say your brain bumped up the set point to 60 kilograms and your weight is still at 60. Now, to bring this weight up to 62, your brain will make you more hungry and it will make you crave for sugary, fatty, calorie dense foods, so that you overeat on food, you gain weight, and you come to 62 kilograms. In this way, your weight increases because your brain increases the set point year by year. Let's say now you're 35 years old at 100 kilograms and you have been gaining weight from the past 14 to 15 years, and now you decided to do something about it. So say you went online, saw some diet off of the internet, and by any means you brought your weight down to 70 kilograms. You don't understand, even if your body is at 70 kilograms, your brain still wants your weight to be at 100 kilograms. There is this 30 kilogram gap of what your brain wants and where your body weight is at. So in this scenario, what happens is, this is very common. If you have ever tried to lose weight, you have lost weight, or you have went on a diet, this is very, very common scenario is when you lose weight, you start to get hungry and you start to get sugar cravings or cravings for hyperpalatable foods, junk foods and things like that. In general, calorie dense foods. The reason why this happens is, this is called the typical starvation response. Your brain is making you hungry because it is trying to make you gain weight again. So I will say this very slowly, and I want you to really pay attention to this exact statement that I'm going to say now. If in your diet, whatever kind of strategy you're using or whatever kind of diet you're doing, if you are getting hungry or if you are getting sugar cravings, then that is the wrong kind of diet. On a proper diet, on a proper strategy that you're using to lose weight and to maintain it, you should not at all get hungry or any kind of cravings. If you are getting cravings or if you are getting hungry, your brain is having the typical starvation response. That is, your brain is trying to make you gain weight. The only way you can lose weight in this whole deal is if you make your brain want you to lose weight. So unless your brain does not want you, unless your brain actually does not bring the set point down below in on itself, you won't at all lose weight. That is period. So there is no point in talking about how to control hunger or sugar cravings, or there is no point in choosing or looking for healthy snacks or tasty foods to satisfy your cravings or satisfy your hunger, because on a proper diet you won't really get much hungry or you won't much get sugar cravings, because it won't have the starvation response that the brain is acting upon, because your brain itself will be dragging your set point down and making you lose weight. So now that you have understood that it is all about the starvation response and making your brain want you to lose weight, you by now you must have understood that there is really no point talking about how to control for hunger and sugar cravings. Now the question arises, exactly how do we do this, or exactly what causes this starvation response, how we can blunt it, or how to in short, how to make your brain want you to lose weight. Now this is a very controversial topic, and frankly speaking, honestly, we just don't have enough research to give a solid answer. So whatever I'm going to tell you after this point of time, I don't really have a lot of evidence for it, scientific evidence for it. There is some evidence, some solid evidence, but not a lot of 100% proven things. So the things I'm going to tell you in this video, I have observed in my experience, in my practice, when I've dealt with my clients, and just reading the research that has happened up until this point of time. So there are three key things to make your brain want to lose weight, to make your brain want to decrease that body weight set point. The number one is having a low rewarding diet. Now, what is a low rewarding diet? Low rewarding diet simply is a diet where the foods that you're eating doesn't have much of reward value. Reward value is basically just the reward your brain gets when you eat certain foods. So say that you eat ice cream, for example. Ice cream has a lot of calories. It's very calorie dense. It tastes awesome. So because of that combination of calorie density and the awesome taste, texture, flavor, basically the palatability of the food, the reward value of that food is very, very high. So if you eat things like ice cream or all of these things, I'm not saying that you shouldn't eat ever. I'm not saying that if you eat ice cream you are failing in your diet or anything like that. Ultimately, we do really have to find balance and see what works for you. But if you stick 99% of your diet, if it is very, very low rewarding, that means the things that you're eating don't really taste good and are formed from single ingredients, natural whole foods, like say potatoes or sweet potatoes or eggs or meat or vegetables or fruits and things like that. Single ingredient foods that are found in nature, whole unprocessed, processed, minimally refined foods. These foods have very, very low rewarding value because A, it doesn't have much calorie density, and B, it is simply if I tell you to eat a big bland sweet potato or a big bland white potato, you won't really be able to eat it that much because it just does not taste good, nor does it have any calorie density at all. I mean, it does have calorie density, it's just not very high in calorie density. So number one is having a low rewarding diet. That means eating whole foods like they are found in nature. The second thing is having enough protein. Now, I have said this so many times, and most people just like tune this out when I talk about this, or anybody talks about this. People just don't eat enough protein. I don't care if you want to lose weight, gain weight, be healthy, live a long life. Everything requires a adequate amount of protein. If you eat enough protein, there have been multiple studies showing that protein is one of the most important macronutrient to actually boost up your metabolic rate. So if you eat enough protein, it's going to it's going to create that calorie deficit very, very naturally. You won't get hungry at all. You won't get any cravings. And protein is just a super macronutrient that you have to include in adequate quantities if you want to lose weight. Focus on getting at least 1.6 gram per kilogram of body weight. So say that you are 100 kilograms, then you should aim for 160 kilograms of protein every single day. Just ramp up your protein to 1.6 kilograms of body weight and you will see what I'm talking about. Your hunger, your cravings, and just everything just completely vanishes. The third thing that helps in decreasing your body weight set point is, again, it is just like protein, and that is having adequate fiber. Now, most people don't really have any problem in increasing their fiber intake, at least as not much as they have with protein. So fiber again has the same story just as protein. Fiber increases the thermogenic effect, and it also makes you feel full and kind of decreases the rate at which your food is digested and is absorbed. So say that you had breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, then you won't be hungry for a long time because food still will be getting absorbed at slow rate. And there are a multitude of reasons and mechanisms and explanations of how this happens, but mostly if you eat enough fiber, you will be full for a long time and you won't get hungry. So how much fiber do I really recommend? Now, this really depends from individual to individual. Now, I'd say that if you have enough servings of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, legumes and things like that, plants in general, then I'd say anywhere from 20 to 30 grams of fiber is enough for an average person. Having said all of these things, I really want to emphasize the point that I stated, that I started the video with, and that is, if you are really getting hungry and you are getting sugar cravings or cravings for junk food, then you are getting the typical starvation response. If you are getting a starvation response, that means that you are going to gain all of your weight back. That is just very, very extremely likely and extremely probable. So if you're getting hungry on your diet, or if you're just getting hungry in general, not even in your diet, then that is a very big sign that your brain is trying to increase your body weight set point, or it's just trying to increase your body weight in general. In order to fix that, you can do these three things that I highlighted. The number one being the 80% of the game of this whole deal. Hey, so I hope you understood the video. I understand that the video kind of ended abruptly. Sorry for that. So I hope you understood the things that I wanted to tell you in this video. I just wanted to simplify this one thing that if you're getting hungry, if you're getting sugar cravings, then something in your diet is wrong and you may want to fix that. I highlighted those 3 things. You can definitely try all of them out. I will highly encourage you to include all of those 3 things if you are trying to lose weight or if you're trying to maintain the weight that you have lost. And yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you understood it, because it kind of got complicated. If you understood anything from this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions on this topic or any other topic related to weight loss, health and longevity, then make sure you ask me in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the videos that I upload, and I'll see you in the next video.